everyone. I hope you've had a good Christmas and a good New Year's as well. And we're into the year 2016. That does seem a bit futuristic, doesn't it? Okay, so what's the purpose of this video? Now, it's a sort of a manifesto, plans for the next 12 months. I didn't really need to make this video, but I thought, you know, as I'm a one-man operation, I do like to keep the tech as high as possible. It's not all about tech, it's about making entertaining videos as well. But because this is a one-man operation, if the one man goes, then the operation, well, doesn't exist anymore. So to everyone that's commented or subscribed to the channel, much appreciated. So I think I owe it to you to tell you what my plans are in the next 12 months, so hopefully I don't disappear, because I do see channels which seem to be going along quite merrily, one-man operations, and then they disappear, never to be seen again. And then people like comments ask, where's this person gone? Or they turn up 6 months later and the people that had subscribed to them have lost all interest and gone elsewhere. So that's the purpose of this. So it's like a manifesto for the next 12 months. What are my plans? Now, I don't want this to sound a bit like the budget. I know in every April they hold up the red suitcase. I haven't got one of those, so we'll hold up this. It's the Njenkin Channel Manifesto. Excellent. Okay, now as usual I've written down a few points here so I don't miss anything out. Now, this is the most important thing. In January the 11th, I start a new job. So obviously my time's going to shift a little bit. Now, the first 8 weeks I've been training sensible hours, then it goes on to shift work, and I don't quite know how the shift's going to work. So although I intend to keep up the videos, they might start being at different times, but generally they only by a few hours, so they all should be on the same days. The job is a lot more technical than my last one. Yep, we're going up in the world, so when I get home I'll probably be a bit more tired. So it's going to be a bit of a balancing act, but we should be able to continue. I'm going to have to reassess how I sort of like do certain things, but we should be okay. Those such shift patterns should start around about March time, so I'm trying to get a bit ahead of myself in time for that. Now going forward, as I say, I don't intend to change it too much. Retro gaming, we do about 3 or 4 videos a week, so Spectrum fans, there will be 1 a week of that. Same for the Commodore Amiga, that will stay the same. Tend to have the Commodore Amiga ones on the Sunday and the ZX Spectrum ones on the Saturday. And then on Monday we've been alternating Game Boy Advance games and PlayStation games. Now going forward, it might be a case that it just is Game Boy Advance games, or there might be the odd PlayStation 3 game there as well. But that's the pretty much core, because I know people like following those games. Now, I've lost count of the countless emails I get or messages saying please cover the Commodore 64 or the Sega Master System and all things like that. But I won't be doing that because it would dilute the channel too much. I always thought it's best to talk about systems you've actually known or have a sort of a knowledge about, because I do watch videos where someone's obviously pretending to know the system and they say a few lines and then I say, oh, you don't know anything about this, and I just lose all respect for it. So I don't want people watching the channel and thinking that. And also as well, by keeping to a few core systems, we can build up a sort of like catalogue and then look back at them and see which best, what's not best, and all that sort of thing. That's generally just my idea. This channel, this video is a bit sensible, isn't it? But there we go, that's what manifestos are all about. Pimple Arcade, we've been doing, after a break, we reviewed the first season last year, they had a bit of a break, and we're back on to season 2 now. I don't know a few of you like watching those videos. So we'll go through the whole of season 2, probably 1 a week, and then segue, if that indeed is a word, I know it's a vehicle, and then segue into season 3 and then season 4, so catch up with that a bit. Quite a few tables to do there, so it'll take a while to catch up, so that'll probably take most of the year, I would imagine. Trying to keep the entertainment as well, not all roleplay videos. Hopefully these talkies will go up slightly. And also the occasional, well, I say loosely, comedy video. Those people that are familiar with Igor the Thunderdwarf, Random Wednesday Question Series 5, will be on that. That might be the last series of Series 5. We'll tell them what the feedback is on it. Going up every Wednesday, of course. And then we'll reassess. I've got some other ideas what we can do with Igor He did have his own mini-series called Mastermind. you might have seen. A few people watched that, not many. So Random When Question Series 5. There might be an additional character coming onto the channel to add a bit of culture to it, but that's pretty much in negotiations. I can't say too much about that at this stage. At the moment it's just me and Igor, but it would be nice to bring in someone else. Now, this is something I've been meaning to cover. It's a bit of a good news, bad news one for me. The Tomb Raider Blundering series. Now, you might have noticed I haven't done one of those for, well, getting on for 3 months now. The first, I love making these videos. The Tomb Raider ones, the first Tomb Raider took me a way to do, and we done that, that was a success, and then I plunged straight into Tomb Raider 2. Now these videos, well, the editing and the upload time, because they're quite long, they take longer than all the other videos per week on this channel put together. And while it's doing it, it'll take me out of action for about 3 or 4 days. That's if I've got time off. If I haven't got time off, it might take a whole week or a week and a half to actually finish it. Now, because I've improved the tech on the channel, these individual videos take longer to do anyway. So I'm afraid to say the Tomb Raider 2 Blundering will be on hold for a little bit. Now, I know I'm probably going to lose a few people because of that, but I think it's best to be honest with you, because I'm glad that you've subscribed to the channel originally or made comments. I'm not giving up on it completely. Occasionally one might come out of the blue, but it's not going to be a regular thing. Generally when I might have time off, I might have one. But I think we're like 10 stages off completing a Tomb Raider 2. It's just time-wise, I either had to make a choice of just doing Tomb Raider on its own or everything else. I don't think just Tomb Raider on its own would be as popular as the regular channel. I might be wrong, but it's just saying about the views on those particular videos against the time it takes to actually produce them. It shouldn't all be about views, but as I say, as an individual channel amongst hundreds and thousands of also retro gaming channels, I have to look what gets the most views really. And awkwardly enough, although it wouldn't be a long-term strategy, if I turn the video back on myself and talk randomly unprepared about turnips for 30 seconds and uploaded that, that'll probably get a similar amount of views to a video that lasts an hour and a half that's taken me 4 or 5 days. So it's a bit of a niche one. I know some people like it, although it's not the most viewed thing on the channel, but we'll come back to it every now and again. But just thought I'd give you a bit of a heads up on that one. Now the aim last year was to get 500 subs by Christmas or the New Year, which we done that by about 10 with 20 to spare. So really appreciated there. I loved your comments and suggestions about games, things I should review on the systems we cover, and also sometimes things I missed out in your experiences as well, because that's what the channel's all about. I don't mean to be preachy to anyone or saying that I know the best, and my gameplay varies from pig awful to not too bad, and hopefully that's similar to yours. If you've got other views or different views about it, that's much appreciated. Every 2 weeks we do the 2-week roundup, of course, and I put my order of my 6. Your order of 6 might be completely and utterly different, and that's fine. I encourage you to put those below, as long as we all keep it on an agreeable, which you generally do, although we keep it in agreeable, friendly sort of nature, it's fine. Not too bad at all. So the aim for 2016, by the end of the year, I want to get, if we can, 800. I think that's quite modest. So 800 by Christmas or the end of next year. If we exceed that, then that's super brilliant. So yeah, long term on the channel. I want to keep learning, finding new ways of doing things. I look at the major channels, the ones that are much bigger than mine, that are made up of massive teams of people like Screen Junkies and so forth. And I try and look at their tech, IGN, GameSpot. Although I never match their tech, I try and go towards it ever so slowly, see what can I do to match what they're doing. So hopefully that comes across. If I can get any new things in, I'll certainly attempt it. I have a lot of crap and testing that I do that never gets uploaded, because I never upload the test stuff, and that takes a long time as well to try and perfect things. So I hope the channel comes through as fun for you to watch. Please continue doing what you're doing, because it is appreciated. It keeps me running. Yeah, so it's good reminiscing about the games and stuff. So that's essentially where we are. I mean, hopefully where I'm trying to fit this is not that you're in a classroom, is that we've set up the computer or the system in a pub, we've had a few pints and we're just talking a bit of rubbish. One idea that might come Forward is podcast, so we can work out how to do it. But yeah, thanks for watching. So have a good 2016. Hopefully you stay with me. And until next time then, take care and goodbye.
Goodbye.